What's up with it, man? I ain't even gonna do no intro for this one. Polo Sports Talking ENT, man. Just hit the like, hit the sub, man. Do everything. You know the deal, you know the drill, man. Look, now we got, look, this is where this narrative begins. The downfall of a lot of players, if y'all don't know. Whenever a player is faced with adversity and start struggling, when they not the same like what they used to be, what do you have? You got a lot of people coming out of the woodwork acting like they running everything and they don't. This guy by the name of Scott Zolik, who played 8 seasons in the NFL. He played for the Patriots and he also played for the Dolphins. Hey, get this right. He only started one playoff game and appeared in zero Super Bowl. He got the audacity to urge Cam Newton and the Patriots to turn off the rap music because he said he needs to stay focused and it's a distraction. That's what he said on the Sports Hub 98.5. This is what he said. He said I'll turn off the rap music first of all because I think it's distracting Cam here because in between throwing the football, he's dancing. That's what Zolak said. He can't help himself. Man, are you serious? And see, that's the problem. That's the problem with a lot of dudes like that, right? Everybody gets motivated in their own particular way. Like everybody has their own pre-game ritual. Everybody has their way of gearing themselves up. So who are you to tell a former MVP, a guy who led his team to the Super Bowl, who was the face of his franchise for a number of years over there in Carolina, in comparison to what you have done, which nobody knows your name? How the hell are you gonna judge that man? Okay, has he been struggling? Yes, he's had a struggle. It's nothing new. We know that Cam is going through some adversity right now, but that doesn't give you the right to even say anything. Cam Newton, the previous game, he actually did a decent job. He he was completing his passes. Now the position is still up for grabs, and the Patriots organization is real high on Mac Jones. But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. He don't have no reason to say anything about Cam Newton. But see, that's what happens, man. You got people out there like when you down, you down. And I'm not gonna tie this into race or any of that bullshit because I don't like. It seems like everybody always want to pin everything to race, man. That's just somebody that really doesn't have knowledge of what's going on with a particular individual, and is very jealous in a way. He's probably jealous because Cam did more than what he ever did in 8 seasons alone. In one season, yeah, he's not playing in the NFL no more, but Cam is playing in the NFL. You have no right to say anything. You have not laid the foundation for nothing. You haven't been the leader of your team in anything. Am I gonna say that you trash? No, I don't trash players. But in comparison to Cam, you are trash. How many national titles have you won? I'll wait. How many Super Bowls have you been to? Only zero. Haven't been in any. So how can you even tell? You haven't even scratched any type of success. But see, that's the narrative. That's when all the narratives start. And see, that's when they want to try to trash this man, talking about rap music and stuff like that, man. So that's like me telling you playing the music that you play, whether it's any other type of genre. I'm not going to name it. You want him to tell, let's say you play classical music before the game, or you play rock music, or you play Tejano music, or you play alternative. You know what I'm saying? Or you play any type of genre of music that you want to. That's like him making a statement saying, well, he needs to shut off that music so that he can at least start a game, so that he can at least be in a position to try to at least try to win a game. Basically, you need to learn how. Well, you can't do it anymore, but you needed to learn how to at least get a QB1 and start before you even start criticizing. That's what I don't understand about these former players trying to come at Cam like this. And look, Cam hasn't, he's had his issues. He's had his issues, but one thing that I'm not gonna knock for Cam is the dedication and the hard work that man puts in. And he still, I still believe in Cam, just like they believing in Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is going to get his opportunity to start, and Jameis has had a lot of trials and tribulations. Some people even thought that Jameis Winston would be out of the NFL by now, and now look at him. You know, you had no right to get on the radio and say that, but see, now that you don't put those type of comments out there, now the media is gonna take it and run with it. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna take it and they're gonna run with it, and they're gonna try to spin all these different narratives, just like they've been doing. They tried doing it all the time, and they've been doing it. Oh, what's wrong with Cam? Cam this, Cam that. And when you down, look, when he was up, when he was dabbing and leading his team to the Super Bowl, man, the media loved Cam, right? They were all on Cam. Talk about Cam, is the best quarterback, all this other stuff. And just in an instant, it was gone. As soon as he had got hurt, it was gone. And then the media want to trash him. Only thing positive that you could say, or that they even tried to say, was that when he came out with the documentary about his work ethic and how he was trying to change his lifestyle, he went to a plant-based lifestyle, things of that nature. But if you listen to this man and you really look at what Cam is doing and the work ethic that he puts in, man, Cam Newton is great for the game of football. Cam, I give him props. He has kept it. He has kept it professional. Because I know if it was me, I would tell dude to shut the fuck up. You haven't done anything. What have you done? What have you done in comparison to my resume? What have you done? Name it. You can't name anything. The only thing that you can name is that you made it to the NFL. Cam has been successful in his own right. Does he have a Super Bowl ring? No, he doesn't. But he sure as hell has more playoff appearances, more Super Bowl appearances, more touchdown throws, more yardage, and more importantly, he was a starter. He was a starter more times than what you'll ever be. So as I said, in 8 seasons alone, he accomplished more in 1 year. You ain't nobody. Nobody can even pronounce your name. And see, some guys will get on there just for clout, man. That's all they want to do. They want to get on there and clout chase. They want to get some sort of clout and popularity because they know that, oh, I'm not relevant anymore. And they try to use his name to make himself relevant. But ain't nobody falling for that. At least I know I'm not. Not my brothers in the lines there. We not falling for that shit. Who the fuck do you think that you are? You're nobody. So what you need to do is you need to stay on the sideline and continue to hate. You know what I'm saying? Because you think about it, you talking about him. And listen, it's not gonna get any better if he starts. If if Cam Newton starts and he wins the start position, it's not gonna get any better. They're gonna sit there and they're gonna try to trash him and they're gonna try to compare him to Brady. Oh, he doesn't do this like Brady. He doesn't do that like Brady. Man, do you know how big a goddamn shoes that is to fill? Brady is considered the GOAT. Tom Brady is considered the GOAT. Nobody right now is going to be able to fill Tom Brady's shoes from an accomplishment standpoint. You had no right to come out and say any of this statement. But as I said before, that's the narrative. They're gonna take it and they're gonna run with it. They already talking about Mac Jones is the future and all this other stuff. Listen, hey, Mac Jones, he's all right, but name some Alabama quarterbacks that have been successful. You can't name them. You know why? Because it's a system school, and that school is set up for running backs, for wide receivers, and DBs. Mac Jones, he did great while he was in Alabama, but in the league, I don't see him being successful. He's not gonna be like a Trevor Lawrence. What's up, Matt Moses? Yeah, they up in here, man. They trying to he trying to come out with that statement talking about, oh yeah, he needs to shut off the rap music. It's gonna be a distraction to Cam and all this other bullshit. Man, Cam Newton he did a decent job in that last preseason game. Talk about, well, it's going to be a distraction. Man, do you not know? Listen, I know when I was playing, uh, well, the one time, the little brief time that I did play football, do you know what they was playing in there? Do you know what they were playing in the locker room? And they were playing before practice. They were playing after practice. There would be guys, man, that would be man, they would be blasting the stereo during weight training. They would be playing 3-6. They would be playing head busting music. They would be playing crunk music. They would be playing No Limit. I mean, they would be playing all this music and and it was rap. And you know what the coaches were doing? They were jamming to it. White, black, Hispanic, all of them. They didn't care what as long as your ass was winning, nigga. What's up, Theo B? Hopefully, man, you don't come on with no cap today, man. I hope not, man. For real, yeah, man. I need to buy you like at least like 16 caps, man. 'Cause, man, you came with some capping statements the last couple of days, man. Hopefully, you redeem yourself. You said how you think Jameis Winston would do, and also they tried to talk bad on him like Cam also. Okay, look, Jameis Winston. The difference between Cam and Jameis Winston Jameis Winston brought that shit on himself. I'm not giving Jameis Winston a pass. He got to redeem himself. Is he a talented player? Yeah, hell yes. Jameis Winston is, and he's about to possibly be that starter in New Orleans. But he gotta own up to it. Hopefully he's matured by now. Because when he was on my squad, he wasn't doing it, and that's what I wanted him to do. Coming out of Florida State, Jameis Winston was that guy. Jameis Winston had the tools to be one of the best quarterbacks ever. But you know what it was? He wasn't mentally ready. You said Cam is a former MVP, and disrespect this man. It gets ridiculous. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Matt Moses. And see, that's all they trying to do. They trying to spin that narrative because they know Cam has the opportunity to start. Now, don't get me wrong, Mac Jones was doing his thing, but Cam Newton, listen, Mac, everybody can't come in and be like a Pat Mahomes right out the gate. Everybody can't do that, especially not no Alabama quarterback. Everybody's not built like that. You see Baker Mayfield, it took him some time to get adjusted and everything. Now look at him. Now look at him. All they want to do is spin this narrative, say, oh, Cam, for Cam to have one bad game. And then that's when it's going to start. Anytime position on the field, at least in a lot of people's eyes. In my opinion, it wouldn't be nothing without defense. That's just my opinion. But the quarterback, offensive wise, they see that as the most important position on the field. So he's going to get the most. He's going to get the most criticism, and he's also going to get the most praise. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. You can't compare it. Nobody can. Listen, until you at least get like start getting 4 championships and stuff like that. I don't want to hear no comparisons to Brady. I don't want to hear no. Brady is on a whole nother level, and people want to know if I fuck with Tom Brady. Is he my favorite quarterback? But when everybody play with Brady, everybody that was expendable out of the league. Hey, and you better catch me now while I'm on one, because I'm usually not on one. With Allen, then I'm gonna get the a little later, and now you got this motherfucker. You've been on the sideline your whole career, haven't produced nothing. You said, who was my favorite quarterback, Polo, and are you a Buccaneers fan? Because Tony and Warren Sapp days. I was a Buccaneers fan before that. I'm talking about in the days of when we went 0-16, or when they went 0-16. You know, but I really was a fan of players, and my favorite quarterback. I can't just name one. My top 3 quarterbacks of all time are Dan Marino, Joe Montana, and if I really gotta, this quarterback never really got the credit that he truly deserved. But I felt like he needed to. I felt like if he'd have stuck with it, he'd have been a lot more successful than what he was. And that was Cordell Stewart, man. You know, I like Cordell Stewart. A lot of people don't realize, I like, yeah. Hey, if Marino would have won a ring, he'd have been arguably the GOAT. In my opinion, Marino, he could play the pocket so well. He didn't need to do all that running and everything. I'm not taking nothing away from Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers is the most talented. He's the most talented ever, but he don't got it mentally though. Nobody even likes playing with Aaron Rodgers. Said Doug Williams got 2 Super Bowl rings. They sleep on him. Yeah, absolutely. Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? But I like Warwick Dunn. Warwick Dunn was my guy. We had an opportunity to meet. And Warren Sapp is just a regular dude, man. That talk shit, man. He'll be like coming like you got one of them guys, man, that be at the barbecue. That type of niggas. What up with it, TJ? Y'all go subscribe to my boy TJ Boxing and Sport. Hopefully he don't change his name. I know he's gonna have a new name next week. But if you want to get boxing, you want to get he likes the Lakers, talk about other sports, go subscribe to TJ. That's my guy, man. Very good content. But yeah, man, I mean, he had no right saying anything about this. And see, he did this just the media wants this. What the media wants this because they've been so negative towards Cam Newton for these past couple of years. They don't have anything positive to say about this man. They don't have anything positive to say about this man. What's up with it, J Max? Yeah, Cadillac only got one. I think what COB said 2. But see, my guy was Mike Allstott. That's who I like. I like Mike Allstott. He had a short career, but I like Mike Allstott. And when I really what really amplified me liking him, even though he didn't play as good as he was when he was with New York, was Keyshawn. Yeah, J Mac, that's facts. Hell yeah, they dog Cam, they dog Cam everywhere. And listen, Cam Newton has been nothing but professional in comparison to some of these other guys. He's been nothing but professional. But see, that's what the media wants. Whenever something bad happens to one of these players, they ride them. Just like the situation that's going on with Richard Sherman. You know what I'm saying? And that motherfucker went to Stanford. Got a very high IQ. Never got in trouble while he was in the league, and was a VP spokesperson for the NFL Players Association. But guess what? They still, that don't matter. They still made that motherfucker come out there and issue out a statement. He got the trouble that he got in. Yeah, I saw that video, TJ. Man, listen, Skip, man, is a lot of the stuff he says is based off of emotion, and then there's a lot of stuff that he says that can be somewhat factual, but ain't no way in shape and form that Bill Russell gave Will Chamberlain the business at all. And Bill Russell would tell you, hey, Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain used to have Thanksgiving dinners together, and they would play one-on-one. They would play one-on-one all the time. And he said there's just no way that you could stop Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain didn't even have the team that Bill Russell had. He had nowhere near the team. The Boston Celtics running everything, and that's a whole nother topic as far as the Boston Celtics, what was going on that time during the gambling and prohibition and not prohibition. I'm sorry, with the mob and all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of stuff that goes on that went on behind that. But hey, check this out. Will Chamberlain played for the Harlem Globetrotters, and that was an African American. And guess what? Who was the one pushing for the civil rights movement? It was Bill Russell. It was Jim Brown. It was Muhammad Ali. It was Malcolm X. Martin Luther King. Shoot, even Bumpy Johnson. A lot of people don't know. That Bumpy Johnson was really great friends with Malcolm X. Hey, Bumpy Johnson saved Malcolm X's life, and Bumpy Johnson saved Muhammad Ali's life. But see, they don't tell you that type of stuff. If you want to know a lot, go watch that movie One Night in Miami. Go watch that movie One Night in Miami. I think if anything, that puts everything into its proper perspective when it came to sports and social issues. Hell, they talk about all this LeBron James doing this and doing that. What about fucking Oscar Robertson? Shout out to Too Raw for TV. He put this in perspective. If it wasn't for Oscar Robertson, the collective bargaining agreement, it probably wouldn't exist right now. Yeah, Will jumped in. Yeah, exactly. Hey, COB, man. Hey, I'm gonna give you a wrench later. I meant to give you a wrench, even though you be coming with some outlandish statements, man. You still my boy, man. But remind me to give you a wrench. Remind me to give you a wrench. I got to give you a wrench too, J Mac. Hey, he was Hey, Will was athletic. Will was running like a guy that was like 6'2", 6'3". Will was like 7'1", 7'2". I need to go subscribe to Too Raw for TV or Too Raw for Sports. If you want to know about anything that happened in the history, go subscribe to Too Raw for TV. He got a lot of videos on like 40 minutes of descriptive information. Uh, very educational, man. Yeah, he was just on Knucklehead. See, a lot of people got a lot of respect for Oscar Robertson. You know, I got a lot of respect for Oscar Robertson. Y'all gotta pay homage to these older players, what they had to go through to pave the way for today's players. These Everybody talks about how these players get like how that situation that happened in the Malice in the Palace, not the fight, but I'm talking about when people pouring drinks, throwing stuff at you, saying racial slurs, stuff like that. Because back in the days, you could only have so many African Americans play on a team before they started to open up the barrier and all that. And listen, the type of environment that they had to play in, you could smoke cigars in there, you could smoke cigarettes and all that stuff. Imagine having to play with that stuff and you got to run up and down the court. You know what that stuff does to your lungs, man? But a lot of people they don't take that into account. They look at these players in black and white and they be like, oh yeah, well Houdini or Bob Cousy, he was garbage, or Elgin Baylor, he was garbage, or Connie Hawkins, he was trash, or Dr. J, he didn't jump that high and all this other stuff. Think about it. They didn't even have that type of technology, and look at the type of shoes that they were wearing. Some of these guys were playing in flat shoes, man. Yeah, exactly. So you gotta put stuff into its proper context. I know a lot of people they always talk about context, but they don't understand what that truly means when they analyze the game of basketball. They look at it so one dimensional, it's not even funny, and I don't look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that, man. When you talk about Will Chamberlain and you talk about Bill Russell and stuff like that, people think that they hated each other. Man, they were good friends off of the court. Now there was a little bit of resentment, I think, later on or something like that, if my memory serves me correctly. But they would go to each other's houses, have dinner and all that other stuff, and be out there playing 1-on-1 and stuff like that. You said Bud would get him right now. Well, look, man. Hey, look. Everybody thinks that I have an absolute disdain for Crawford. Do I think the man is talented? Yeah, I think he's talented. But I just don't think that he could beat anybody right now. Like in terms of a caliber of Errol Spence, or if he moved up, or if Canelo came down, it would be easy work for Canelo. I, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even think that like he could beat Charlo, Jermall Charlo. But we got to talk about that situation too, because Jermall Charlo, he just got in trouble. But I was on Everything Boxing. Shout out to Everything Boxing. If you're not sub to his channel, sub to his channel. They talking like the media was trying to run with it. They were trying to run with everything that had happened with the situation that happened in San Antonio. Yeah, exactly. J Mac. That's what I was trying to tell Theo B. He's not he's not defensive minded at all. Man, and Cal Brooks was winning that fight. A lot of people don't know that, man. When and TJ know what I'm talking about. Hey TJ, let him know that, man. If it wasn't for that, him crying and complaining, man, he all worried about how. I like Cal, man. And then on top of that, man, Crawford, man, Errol Spence has been the one that's been fighting the people. Now I know that a lot of people want to sit up here and talk about the PBC and everything. Yes, I understand that. And to go, it's time for him to go. The man is almost 90 years old. It's time for his ass to go. He's bad. He's bad for the sport of boxing. Okay, all right, okay, I understand. I understand where you're coming from, Theo B. It's just that, like right now, Canelo's window is okay. Um, as soon as Canelo beats Caleb Plant, he wanted to. That's what the people wanted to see. They wanted to see him against Benavidez, and then they wanted to see the Spence. If I Aradonde, it was Aradonde, Benavidez, and then they wanted to possibly go ahead and get that Errol Spence fight in AT&T Stadium because it would have sold out. And why? Because a lot of Hispanics here in Dallas, they love Canelo, and Errol Spence is from the Triple D. What up with it, Braxton? I see you in the building. You said I'm not saying. Yeah, but I just hope, man. I listen. Me personally, I feel like Earl Spence should just sit down and shouldn't even do it anymore. He'll still go down as a great fighter, but we know what would have happened. But you see the situation that's going on with Manny Pacquiao now. He up in there, barely got to get fed and everything, and was temporarily blind and shit. And that motherfucker talk about he want a rematch. Man, Manny, if you don't sit your ass down, what's up with it, Scrub Zero? I see you in the building. Hey, but hey, look, y'all, I'm finna go ahead and jet. I'm coming back with another one, man. For those of y'all that's not sub to the channel, sub to the channel. Like this video, share it, subscribe, and also hit the notifications too. Until then, man, it's Polo Sports Talk and ENT. I'ma holler at y'all.